Arthritis. It's a word so many of my senior patients know all too well. It's not just a diagnosis. It's something you feel every time you wake up with stiff hands, or when you hesitate before standing because you know that first step will hurt. For some, it's a dull ache that never goes away. For others, it's sharp pain that makes opening a jar or climbing stairs feel impossible. But here's something I want you to remember. Arthritis is not a sentence. It does not mean your best years are behind you. Yes, arthritis is common with age, but common does not mean hopeless. I've seen so many seniors improve their mobility, reduce pain, and get back to enjoying life, not through a new pill, but through small, consistent lifestyle changes. And one of the most powerful changes starts with your fork. Now, before I reveal the foods and strategies that can help soothe arthritis naturally, let me ask you this. Where are you watching this video from? I love hearing from seniors all over the world. Whether you're in the US, Canada, the UK, India, Pakistan, Australia, or anywhere else, drop your location in the comments below. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that like button, share this video with a friend or family member who needs it, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss doctor-approved tips for senior health. All right, let's dive in. Arthritis is inflammation. That's the simplest way to understand it. When your body is inflamed, your joints swell, stiffen, and ache. Medications can reduce that inflammation temporarily, but they don't solve the root problem. What does? Giving your body the nutrients it needs to repair itself and calming down the constant fire of inflammation. And that's exactly what the foods we'll talk about today can do. Let's begin with one of my favorites, lentils. These humble legumes have been nourishing people for thousands of years, and they are still one of the most affordable, nutrient-packed foods you can eat. Inside those tiny lentils is protein to strengthen your muscles, fiber to feed your gut, magnesium to calm your nerves and muscles, and iron to carry oxygen through your blood. Seniors who add lentils into their diet often tell me they feel more energetic, lighter, and less bloated. Why? Because lentils help stabilize blood sugar, and when your blood sugar is stable, inflammation is lower. Something as simple as a warm bowl of lentil soup a few times a week can have ripple effects across your entire body. Then there are chickpeas. If you've ever enjoyed hummus, you've tasted the power of chickpeas, but they are so much more than a dip. They're full of plant-based protein, fiber, manganese, and folate, nutrients that actively support joint repair and collagen production. Think of collagen like the cushion between your bones. The more you can protect and rebuild that cushion, the less painful grinding you feel in your joints. I often recommend roasted chickpeas as a snack. They're crunchy, satisfying, and they give you energy without the sugar crash of cookies or chips. And then there's tofu. Now I know some of you may not be used to eating tofu, but hear me out. Tofu is made from soybeans, and soy contains isoflavones, natural compounds proven to reduce inflammation markers in people with arthritis. If you're worried about taste, remember, tofu takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it with. Stir-fry it with garlic and vegetables. Add it to soups, or even blend it into smoothies for a creamy texture. For seniors who have trouble chewing meats, tofu is a gentle, easy-to-digest protein source that won't inflame the body. But these three aren't the whole picture. To truly support your joints, your plate should include a rainbow of arthritis-fighting foods. Take leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. These greens are full of calcium, magnesium, and vitamins C, K, and A. Vitamin K is especially important. It helps your body regulate calcium so it strengthens bones instead of hardening in arteries. Vitamin C, on the other hand, is crucial for collagen production. When I explain this to patients, I often say, every forkful of leafy greens is like laying down new padding between your joints. If salads feel boring, try sautéing spinach with garlic and olive oil or blending kale into a fruit smoothie. Speaking of olive oil, healthy fats are one of your joints' best friends. Gone are the days when we thought all fats were bad. In fact, your joints need the right fats to stay lubricated and pain-free. Olive oil, avocados, and fatty fish are full of anti-inflammatory compounds. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in salmon, sardines, and mackerel, actually work like natural joint lubricants. Research shows seniors who eat fatty fish even once or twice a week often notice less morning stiffness and greater mobility. Imagine being able to get out of bed without that familiar ache. That's the power of omega-3s. Now let's talk about nuts and seeds. Walnuts, almonds, chia seeds, and flax seeds are nutritional treasures. They're rich in omega-3s, vitamin E, and fiber. Vitamin E acts like a shield, protecting your joints from the oxidative stress that accelerates damage. Seniors often tell me they snack on a handful of nuts daily and feel fuller, more energized, and less stiff. The beauty of nuts and seeds is that they're portable, easy to store, and versatile. Sprinkle flaxseed into oatmeal, add walnuts to a salad, or simply grab a small handful of almonds as an afternoon pick-me-up. Now let's sweeten things up a bit with berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. They're not just delicious. They're packed with anthocyanins, natural compounds that reduce inflammation and protect cartilage. Berries are also loaded with vitamin C, which again is key for collagen production. 1 cup of strawberries has more vitamin C than an orange. Think of berries as natural pain fighters that also support your immune system. If fresh berries are too pricey, frozen ones are just as powerful and often more affordable. Of course, we can't ignore powerful spices like turmeric and ginger. Turmeric contains curcumin, which has been studied for its ability to reduce inflammation almost as effectively as some anti-inflammatory drugs, without the side effects. I recommend adding a pinch of turmeric to soups, stews, or even warm milk before bed. Don't forget black pepper. It boosts absorption dramatically. Ginger, meanwhile, has its own anti-inflammatory compounds. Whether you slice it fresh into stir-fries, steep it in hot water for tea, or blend it into smoothies, ginger is another arthritis-friendly powerhouse. And let's not forget hydration. This might surprise you, but dehydration makes arthritis worse. Cartilage is about 70% water. When you don't drink enough, cartilage dries out and loses its ability to cushion your joints. Many seniors avoid water because they're worried about frequent bathroom trips, but drinking too little water only makes joints stiffer. My advice? Sip small amounts consistently throughout the day. Herbal teas and water-rich foods like cucumber and watermelon count too. Now you might be wondering, are there foods to avoid? Absolutely. Processed foods, refined sugars, and excess red meat all contribute to inflammation. That doesn't mean you can never enjoy them. Life is about balance, but if arthritis is making life hard, then cutting back on sugary desserts, fried foods, and processed snacks is one of the fastest ways to feel relief. Let me share a quick story. One of my patients, a 72-year-old woman, came to me struggling with severe knee arthritis. She relied heavily on painkillers and felt like her independence was slipping away. Together, we built a diet rich in lentils, chickpeas, leafy greens, fatty fish, nuts, and turmeric. Within 3 months, not only did she lose 12 pounds, taking pressure off her knees, but she also reduced her pain medication by half. She told me, "Doctor, I feel like I've gotten a piece of my life back." That's the power of food as medicine. Here's what I want you to take away. Arthritis doesn't just have to be managed, it can be improved. Every time you choose a bowl of lentil soup over processed fast food, every time you reach for berries instead of candy, every time you season with turmeric instead of excess salt, you're not just eating, you're healing. So start small. Add one of these foods to your diet this week. Next week, try another. Over time, those small changes add up, and you'll be amazed at how your body responds. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who could use the advice, and subscribe to the channel for more doctor-approved senior health tips. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these arthritis-friendly foods are you most excited to try? Leave a comment below.